Thousands of demonstrators took to the streets of the French capital Paris on Sunday to protest against the government's continuous immigration laws, which was recently passed with the support for far-right lawmakers in parliament. Responding to a call from more than 400 associations, unions and political parties, they braved the cold weather to express their opposition to the law. Critics of the law argue that it will lead to discrimination against foreigners in the country and are demanding the abandonment of what they consider to be a racist policy. The immigration law approved in Parliament on December the 19th last year ties rental assistance and family benefits provided to foreigners residing in the country to specific employment conditions. According to the law, employed foreigners can benefit from rental support 3 months after arriving in France, while non-employed individuals can obtain rental support after 5 years. In the meantime, the severe cold spell has aggravated the situation of the migrants sleeping under bridges on the banks of the Seine River. Hundreds of thousands of migrants sleep in makeshift tents under the bridge in the sub-zero cold and frost, and some freeze and die. To discuss this further, we have with us Sheikh Mohammad Cyrous, a Shia chaplain in Canada and France. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
In what ways has the new immigration law affected the life of immigrants in France, do you think?
Basically, it shows that we have two types of immigrants. We have the first type is the European and white immigrant that usually, come to France for a job. So they are invited by companies and they come and, they start their job right away. So usually they have insurance, they have healthcare, they have all the benefits from the company and from the government. And we have a second type of immigrant that's usually the immigrant that are victims of colonial policy in Africa and some other areas. So, they come without job. So basically, it's very hard to get a job as somebody coming from a poor country, as we can call. They will not have any health care, they will not have any benefits. So basically they will have to wait 5 years to be able to get some government assistance. So we do see in France, if you walk around in Paris and some other places in France, that there are many homeless, and these homeless are not homeless, but they are refugees and escapees from the policy in France, in Africa. So they come from Mali, they come from many other areas in Africa, and they have nowhere to go. They treat them like, lower than human. They have to stay under the tents in the cold. It's freezing cold right now in Paris. It snowed a couple days ago. So, and they have kids, they have women, what they are doing. So they said, oh, we are, following the rules. So either you leave France or you live in this type of condition. So this type of policy, they have difficulty. They really had difficulty to be approved by the government, also by the rule, the law, and the people. So they had to try many times before that this bill or this law being approved. But the thing is, the government right now try to, at the same time, continue their colonial policy against the Muslim and the formal colonies, and also they try to satisfy the extreme right wings because of the elections. We do have elections in 2027 in France, but the campaign for the election starting right now, Marine Le Pen, that is the extreme right wing, party, gain a lot of people, a lot of part of the population because of the economic problem, because of many issues that we see in France for the crisis, the housing crisis. We have a problem with work and many other criminality. So everything now, it's really easy. If you want to find a solution, if you want to be famous in France, you just insult the Muslim, insult the minority, and you become a prime minister. The prime minister right now, you can see in France, a couple months ago in September, I remember very well, he used to, ban the abaya at school. And because of his, a way of speaking with arrogance against the Muslim women, he got a position, a role as a prime minister. In France, basically anything you do against a Muslim, you become famous and you will be invited to all the medias.
What status of rights and protection do immigrants have under this new law, do you think, Sheikh?
Well, we have, as I said, we have two types of immigrants. So the white collar immigrant who has a job, or the immigrant who basically got recruited from abroad and coming to France to work, they will be still protected by the company, because if you have a job, after 3 months, you still have the coverage from the government. But if you don't have a job, you have to wait 5 years. So anything happens. So if during that 5 years period, if you have an issue with the police, if somebody wants, I don't know, fight with someone else or insult someone, has any issue with the law, they will be removed from the country. So there is no protection for families that are jobless and job seekers. So there is no money from job seekers allowance, no money from housing benefit. So they have to wait for 5 years before being treated as a normal immigrant. So there is no protection. That's a message they want to give to the population. They want to give the message to the immigrants that you have to leave France. They want to do somehow like the UK a different way. The UK, they are sending people to Rwanda in Africa, the place that he used to have civil war. In France, they do it in a different way. They leave you in the street for 5 years, freezing cold, or it's going to be pretty much hot during the summertime. And not only this, you expose your family with crime and danger. France is not a secure country. Even for a man walking in the streets, you scare for your own security. So imagine that you live in the street for 5 years. I don't know what will happen. So that's unfortunate, as a Shia, as a Muslim, we witness such a thing. We can help some families, to give them some shelter, but we're speaking about 500,000 people in the streets, and most of them are Muslim and coming from countries that are rich in resource, rich in gold and diamond and oil and gas, but it has been exploited by the same country they are going to. Hopefully, the law will somehow change.
Indeed, inshallah. That was the Shia chaplain with us, Sheikh Mohammad Cyrous, live from Vancouver, Canada. Thank you very much for your time.